Today we're going to see how the QuakeCon 2018 reveal aged. Is it still good? Did things not age too well? Let's find out. So it looks like we're picking up a rune to start off with, but lo and behold, surprise, it is the Blood Punch. Different UI here, as you can see. A lot of things were different. The Blood Punch, the notification is, and of course our HUD is much, much different. The grenade has the little charge meter, and it doesn't encompass the whole grenade. And getting into the fights, we see a lot of things that do sound the same. Look, yeah, the super shotgun reticle, a little different, but not too bad. Now, being that this is a demo, they're going to slow things down for the purpose of showing us what's up, getting all the nasty glory kills. But let's pay attention to a few things. We're going to notice the ammo count's a bit high, and he's going to show off the Blood Punch there. It disappeared right beside the dash meter, so we actually have nothing where the Blood Punch was, interestingly enough. Now, they're using a bit of a different weapon, showing off their grenades, which is cool. This fight still looks close enough to the original that we actually have on retail. The differences being is that we see a pain elemental, and those aren't introduced until Mars Core. Now, something I noticed here, and I want you to pay attention to as we watch this, you're not going to see the new demons like the Dread Knight or the Whiplash that are here, and the Chainsaw, if you caught that, he actually had to manually do it like 2016. I'm glad that they did that change. Are you? By the way, let me know in the comments if you are. Going to take a quick 30 seconds to say thank you to the sponsors. My Singing Monsters Playground is the new party game based upon the hit game My Singing Monsters, which celebrates its 10th anniversary next year. Grab a friend and jump into the monster world for some fun and frantic party game action. Players on Steam can enjoy My Singing Monsters Playground with the 20% discount between now and the 5th of January. My Singing Monsters Playground is also available on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation platforms. Grab a friend and play My Singing Monsters Playground today. Check the link in the description below. Thanks. When you go back and play 2016, this muscle memory messes you up because you're used to doing the manual chainsaw, right? So we see here the Mancubus, the Cacodemon, both of them are similar enough to what we got at retail. Now you can see his mouth, you can see all the little electricity, so it's got a little bit of a difference there. Getting a lot really close to it, and I feel like that what they did in the retail game versus this demo here, if you pay attention, they toned it up a lot. The Super Gore Nest itself has a little bit of differences in how it looks, but everything seems so timid here. Even if this were not a demo, you see it zooms in and out, the dashing, shaking the HUD. So there's a little bit of touches that were fixed on the retail, or not, I shouldn't say fixed, I should say changed. Now, when we think about the aggression of the enemies, and I want to talk about that, we do see meat hook mobility, we do see dashing in the air, and those are already here. So they already had the framework laid down on that, even at this point in game. So I would imagine, oh, that is nice, full auto right there. But you see that zooming in and out? It's a little different now. So I would imagine that shortly after 2016 shipped, they started working on this, or maybe even more recent. Oh, Invasion, this is the first. Oh man, this could be a sore spot for some people, I understand. That would be cool to see how we have their last lives up here and their names over top. Sort of like Empowered Demons, but not exactly. Notice on the shotgun here, it looks more like 2016. You have the little dots under instead of around for the grenade reticle for the shotgun. Now, a nice little frag bounce there. So you'll see that they're wanting to show off all the glory kills, all the new ones with the Doom Blade. It is a new feature. I can imagine that they were excited about it at the time, wanted to show it. At this point, you can see that they're taking their time to show off the Destructible Demons concept, where it blows off the pieces of armor. Another new cool thing that they hinted at in this reveal. But I really think that they're putting him on stagger on purpose so they can really show the new GKs. So let's take a look at this arena. Now, remember the last one that we looked at had no Dread Knight, like I mentioned. And let's see if they have the Whiplash in this one. My prediction was that this was still an early build of the level, of course. This was in QuakeCon, so they probably had it prepared in the months before. So they didn't have all the new enemies fleshed out just yet, but they still needed placement to show for the trailer. Now, that makes sense. We still have the zoom on the full auto gets me. The HUD, if you take a look there, I like our current setup. I can see the merit in this one, and it would be interesting to try. The chainsaw, if you notice, the ammo counts and chainsaw, we saw Blood Punch there. This is so much, and if he hasn't really had to chainsaw much, if you think about it. He really hasn't. Look at that. He got 7 pips right there. What if Eternal had 7 pips? I think that given the economy, the ammo, what they wanted to do, where they wanted to go with the game, that was the right decision to calm it down a little bit. But this tech demo is all about showing those new features with the Cacodemon grenade eating, which I'm curious. Are they not going to show him staggered? No. They show him out of the stagger, and it didn't look like he actually was going to flash there. Maybe I'm wrong. That's an armor up there instead of a secret. That's changed. The arena, for the most part, has been relatively untouched. They're just wanting to show the basics of it. With the knight, he's more slow and not aggressive. But I think I actually remember Hugo talking about this. They were saying, well, you know, the enemies, we tuned them up to be so aggressive, so we needed the dash. We needed all these movement options to help get you around, because if you didn't have them, it basically wouldn't be as fun and fair. So they showed off the precision bolt. It is actually looking pretty good in the state here. Gargoyle died. And the arbalist on their Mars Core demo was looking okay too. So let's see what they have going on here. Something I want you to pay attention to as we break into Mars Core. Everything is still very chill and calm. This Baron, everything is still dark. And I want you to pay attention here in a second when we look at the armor. There's no flame hook mastery there, interestingly enough. But this doesn't have, look at the slow fireball. Everything still feels toned down. And I feel like that they did amp it up later on. But even with the Baron right here, even with the Baron, you can see he still looks dark. I know they wanted to have, and the pickups too, I know they wanted to have the arcade bright difference for Eternal. And watch this armor here. Pay real close attention, okay? It's right when he goes through the door here. Look how dark that is. It's like they used the gritty field, and even they changed up on the weapon wheel too. Nothing is bright. This still is Eternal, but with the dark 2016 vibes. And I'd always wondered what a game like that would look like, even though you do have all of the render modes and such. This arena looks mostly unchanged so far. Oh my gosh, look at that weapon wheel. I can see now how the colors do help. Look at Arbalist, everything is different. I can see how the colors do help and keep everything easier to see when it's going so fast. That design decision was smart, I think. Although, like I said, you can't help but wonder what gritty Eternal would look like, right? So let's fast forward a little bit, see what else we can find. So we come out to the bridge fight here, and here's something cool about this that you're going to like. The Pain Elemental intro is still here, and of course the base fire of the heavy cannon coming through pretty strong right now. Now I wanted to see about that Archvile entrance. Now we know the Archvile actually comes in Tars Nabad. Good Arbalist, you can still hear it, still has most of its core functions that carried over onto retail. They just had to spice it up a little bit, of course. I want to go to this one as he walks up on the bridge. This was so iconic, and everybody freaked out when this happened. I mean, look at the massive Archvile walking slowly. He retains all of his classic looks in a way, except he's a little more buff here with the fire hands. Watch, the classic pose. That's why that's so iconic. He did that in the classic. Now, where does he pull this here Crucible out from? We don't get that until the end of Tars Nabad, which makes Archviles a lot easier to deal with, and cut to black. That is a really, really cool reveal here with the logo. Do you think these changes were worth it? Comment below, let me know, and check out the next video here. Thanks for watching.